welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going through some of the products that I recently picked up from Sephora. Sometimes I do these videos just because I don't want to dedicate an entire video to one or, you know, a few products that I pick up from Sephora here and there. So I like to combine them all into one and do kind of like a Sephora haul. So this is definitely a Sephora haul because I got quite a bit of good stuff here. I am playing with this palette from Marc Jacobs. You guys know which one. This is the Flamboyant palette. I also have one of the lippies to go with it. And I have the Marc Jacobs mascara. I got a new blush. I can't, you guys. I can't stop buying blush, okay? I'm stupid, but I can't help it. Okay. I have a new bronzer, I have a new blush, I have a new concealer. This one from Ilia, I'm not exactly sure how you say it, but this kind of shook me. This kind of shook me. You guys have to wait till the part about the concealer to find out why this shook me, but I had to stop what I was doing and look it up to make sure that I was not losing my marbles. So just, you wait until you see what I'm talking about, because this blew my mind. We got quite a few fun stuff to kind of play with. I'm in that one of those like funky moods, you know, you'll see throughout the video. I'm probably going to be annoying, just fair warning you guys. So I also play around with this primer from CoverFX. This is the gripping primer. I think once Tati reviewed it, like everybody bought it, like it sold out. So sorry about that, but I have a few things to say about this primer, and yeah, I've been using it for, I would say like 3 weeks now, off and on, not every day, but off and on. So that's what we're playing with today, and I hope you guys enjoy this fun Sephora haul and my dorky mood. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's get playing with all this new stuff that I got from Sephora, and it's just easier for me to kind of like gather these things together and then just create one video. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base because I am feeling so dry right now, you guys. Like, I know that my skin looks very glassy against the lights. I get that. I do wear really good skincare. I know it comes across as more wet looking or oily looking, but oh my gosh, I am so freaking dry right now. My skin is like soaking this up. It's so dry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not dry to the point where I get patches, but I am dry, you guys. I'm so dry. Let's move on to my Charlotte Tilbury, the Hollywood Flawless Filter. You guys know she's my favorite. All right, so let's put some of this on, get my skin looking extra fancy. So I've been playing with the CoverFX gripping primer, and I've worn it several times. I think it's sold out on Sephora right now, but there's things that I like about this and there's things that I don't. I mean, you guys can see just how much of a difference that made, right? Oh, I love this stuff. I will literally leave the house and go grocery shopping just like this because I love that stuff so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this, and it's like super glue, as you can see. It's like literally, she's thick. I mean, she is thick. So what I do is I rub it in between my hands, and then I just kind of like press it over top because I don't want to disrupt the Hollywood Flawless Filter. But if I put it on before the Hollywood Flawless Filter, it makes my Hollywood Flawless Filter like weird looking. I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't work the best underneath the Hollywood Flawless Filter, but it works pretty good over top. I would say I like this primer, but I don't. The things that I don't like about it per se is the fact that I feel kind of tight throughout the day because it's extra freaking tightening, you guys. Like, it tightens your skin like crazy, and it does feel good when you first apply it, but you can feel that grippiness. Like, you can feel it. And I don't know that I'm like a huge fan of the way that feels. You guys know I reviewed the Dior Skin Glow foundation. I couldn't think of what it's called. I reviewed this like a month ago, and then recently I did the other version, just like the regular version, and this is the deluxe sample size from Sephora. I have it in 3N in this one, and I also have the 4N in the Skin Glow. I haven't been wearing the Skin Glow much because it's a little bit too dark. This is my summer color. I want to mix these two together. I want to see how they'll work together because I love both of these. I think these both are phenomenal foundations. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to just see. I'm going to mix them together and see what we get. So my plan is, because I am testing out a new palette and I don't know if I'm going to get any fallout or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and do this portion first. So I'm going to go ahead and put foundation right up here, because you guys know I do not like putting my brows on before my foundation. I really struggle with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of foundation on my forehead, really blend it out, and then move on, and I'll do my eyes, and then I will do the rest of my face. Kind of excited to see what these two will do. Like, I'm really excited about it. Doesn't that look so natural? Oh. But see, for me, the Skin Glow has been, it's such a beautiful foundation because it does give me that like healthy glowing skin. I also like the powdery formula, like the more mattifying formula. It is so good. Yes. I knew those two would be good together. I might have to buy the full size of this version, the Forever, like the regular Forever, because these are good. My brows are growing out. I've been using a brow growth serum, which I am really excited to share that video with you guys. It's coming. I'm on my 2nd month, so next month I will be creating a full video about it, and I'm so excited to share my results with you. And I'm getting I'm getting hairs coming in right here. I have not had hairs up there in years, okay, since the whole 90s, like, everybody needs thin brows because that's the thing. I haven't had hairs up there since then. Okay, for my brows, nothing has changed. I'm going to go ahead and run the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows right through my brows and give them a little bit of volume, a little bit of something, something up there. Plus this little brush like attaches to every single hair, which I'm obsessed with. Then once that's ran through, I take my Dior Brow Styler in shade Universal Brown, and I go in and kind of just define that line. And so I kind of just create a little bit of a something, something, little bit of line there to define. And then I'll just kind of start making these little teeny hair strokes. Now, if I want something a little bit more realistic, I'll go in with the Brow Blade from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Taupe Trap, I think. And the Taupe Trap was a better shade for me. So this is one of the lighter shades, but I'll go in and kind of just create these fake hairs. Okay, brows are on, so let's go ahead and put some P. Louise eyeshadow base down. This one is in shade 3, and I really like this shade in particular because it's most skin-like for me. I have shade 2, but I feel like it's a little bit too light. I'm filming this later in the evening because I had a crazy morning. So today didn't go quite as planned. So it's about 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's the kind of day I'm having, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just kind of how life goes, you know? So this is the palette we're going to be using today. This is the Marc Jacobs Iconic Frost Eye Palette. I only have one other Marc Jacobs Iconic palette, and I'll put a picture of it right here. That's the only other one that I have. Oh, she's pretty, you guys. I like this whole leopard look. This is really pretty. Oh, these are so pretty. You know what I also like about this palette is it's got a nice mixture of shades. So you can kind of do whatever you want with it. And it's a cool tone palette, I would say. There's 5 frost shades and 2 matte shades. There's really not a transition shade in here. I'm gonna grab my Soft Glam. I want this burnt orange shade right here. I really don't know what look I'm going for, but I do know that I need a little bit more of a transition shade. First things first, I'm gonna go into the shade Burnt Orange, this one right here in the Soft Glam palette. And I'm gonna be using several brushes, obviously my Sonia G Pro Eye Set. So I'm gonna take the Crease Pro Brush and I am going to start kind of building this up in my crease. Uh-oh, hold on. I gotta get rid of these lines right here. So I'm just gonna kind of build this up and just give me a little bit of dimension right here. And you could grab any shade from any palette that you want. Like, you don't have to grab the Soft Glam palette. Any brown, any light brown will work, seriously. I just grabbed the Soft Glam because I know a lot of you guys have the Soft Glam palette, and it's one of my favorite palettes, so why not grab her, you know? She's just one of those palettes that is just the best. I still don't know what look I want to create, but I'm just going to kind of let the palette take me where it wants to. I freaking love this blue shade though. Like, I kind of want to try this blue shade. It's like a blue-gray shade. I kind of want to try that shade. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to go into this shade in the palette, the one here on the end. I have not watched any tutorials on this palette, so I don't know how anybody's feeling about it. I have found Marc Jacobs eyeshadows to be extremely creamy. You know, hopefully this will kind of be the exact same way, but. Okay, so I was thinking that that shade was going to be brown. It's not. It's kind of a gray shade, which is totally fine. I just wasn't expecting it to be more gray. So I'm going to go back into burnt orange and I'm going to blend that into that gray shade and just kind of like try to marry those two together. I'm going to go into orange soda in this palette. This one that's right above the burnt orange. And I'm going to kind of bring that right above what we got going on in the crease. Just to kind of bring that burnt orange kind of to life a little bit more. Oh, these shades are creamy, you guys. That is a creamy, creamy shade. With what I've got on my eye right now, I could go in with the blue. I could go in with any of these frost shades. Probably not the pink, because this one's like really, really pink. Holy shit, that's pink. And frosty, dang. So I could go either direction with this. Like, I could do pretty much what I want. But I really want to use this shade. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's so gorgeous and like very unique. I don't know. I like this like maroon shade as well, but I feel like we have that shade in a lot of our palettes. You know what? I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go in with that blue. So I'm going to take my felt tip applicator. I'm going to dampen it with my makeup wipe, and I'm going to go into that like frosty blue, and we're going to put this all over my lid. Damn. Damn, you guys, that shade is so freaking pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so creamy and just scrumptious. And I'm not getting any fallout. Oh my gosh. She is pretty, you guys. This is probably one of the softest frosty shades I've ever applied in my life, like ever. I don't even remember the other iconic palette that I have being this amazing. Holy smokes. I'm going to take the other side of the felt tip applicator and I'm going to go in to this gold shade right here. And I'm going to kind of like, these are so frosty that I might have made a mistake by doing that. I wanted to bring a little bit of lightness to that, but I think I'm fudged up, you guys. I'm going to go back over it with the dark. I kind of like those two mixed together, which is interesting. Okay, I'm actually going to do that gold all over that because when I went in with the gold, I was like, yeah, no, I don't like it over top of it. But then when I went over top of it with the blue again, it just really brought it back to life. Like, it really brought such a beautiful sheen to that shade. Yes, I actually like it better with it mixed with that shade. We're gonna go up underneath and see. I got hardly any fallout from that shade as well, but I did get some. So I do recommend, especially with some of the darker shades, to do your eye makeup first. I'm gonna go in with the Banana Eye Cream from Olehenricksen, and I'm just gonna kind of run that through and like rub it back into my under eye, because I do not want a dry under eye. That is the last thing I need. I'm going to go ahead and Apply the rest of my foundation mixture. I love this dark eye. Oh, I love that shade, you guys. I am obsessed with it. Like, it's so good. I just don't remember the one palette that I have being that creamy. Like, it's a good palette, but I don't remember it being that creamy. Make sure I got that good and pressed. So for concealer, I have this one from Ilia. Ilia? I'm not exactly sure how you say it, but they released a foundation several months ago. I actually reviewed it. I will leave it up here in the corner. Don't judge, because that was an old video with an old, like, I didn't do very good back then. I was learning. I have a lot to learn, but I was really learning back then. You know what I mean? So this is their new concealer, and this is the True Skin Serum Concealer. And this is a clean product from Sephora. So there are 9 shades, and it retails for $30. I chose the shade Nutmeg, which is described as light medium with neutral undertones. So the details on this is that it's a cleanly formulated, lightweight, medium buildable coverage serum concealer with skincare benefits. True Skin Serum Concealer protects the skin from free radicals and environmental damage while helping to firm its look. And it immediately reduces the appearance of dark circles and discoloration, leaving skin brightened and flawless. I will continue to use it. Holy shit, that's light medium? You guys, this is the darkest concealer I have ever bought. This is light medium. Did I read that right? Oh shiz, I can't keep my phone in my hand. Did I read that right? Nutmeg, light medium with neutral undertone. Does that look like light medium to you? This is dark. You guys, this is like a foundation shade. Are they serious right now? Light medium? I guarantee you it's the shade of my foundation. Look at that. This is the foundation. That's the concealer. I'm gonna have to return this and get a different shade. That is dark. You guys, did they give me the wrong shade? No, it says Nutmeg SC4. Oh, this is not light medium, you guys. Oh, the shades are so off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. Oh my gosh, this is not good. This is as dark as my foundation, and my foundation's pretty dark. So if I was wearing this with some of my other foundations that I have in my collection that are a little bit lighter, because you guys know that this is a little bit too dark for me, and I mixed it with 3N, but it's still a tad bit too dark. If I was wearing a lighter foundation, this would not work. Darkest concealers that I have is from Becca, and this is in the shade Beige. This is their Aqua Luminous Perfecting. This is one of my darkest concealers, and look how much darker that is. I gotta take it back and get like the lightest shade they got. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on from Tarte. This is the Tarte Creaseless. Dang it, I really wanted to play with that concealer and give you guys kind of a somewhat of my opinion on it, but not with that shade. So let's go ahead and move on to contour. I'm gonna grab my KKW Beauty Contour Stick in shade Tan. This brush from Luxie, this is the Pro Precision brush, the 680. It has a nice angle on it, so it's just really nice to just get up in there and kind of pounce it in. Okay, so for bronzer, I got this. This is from Estee Lauder. So I ordered something from Estee Lauder, and I got like this big bag of stuff for free, which I'm stoked about. So this is the Bronze Goddess Powder. It's in the shade 2 Medium. So we're gonna go ahead and bronze with that. I'm gonna use this from the Sonia G Pro Face Set. And I'm just gonna go down into that bronzer. Ooh, she's pretty. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and grab this. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, why the hell did you buy another Jouer blush? I know, I can hear you through the camera, I get it. You guys know I have this one, which is the Adore Me. It's one of my faves, okay? I love this little blush. Then I bought the blush palette. Some people love it, some people don't. I love her, okay? I do, I love this palette. I don't care what anybody says, I like it. Do I like the packaging as well? No, but I like all the shades in here, so I like the palette. I must have missed the launch of this. This is my heaven on earth. This is the Rose Gold Blush Duo. Second of all, it is rose gold. The packaging is freaking beautiful. And third, look at those shades. This one's definitely a little bit more on the shimmery side. So I just like tap between the both of them and they are freaking beautiful. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. No, this is not the first time I've used it, but it's new, so it counts. Oh, she's pretty, okay? I'm obsessed with these blushes from Jouer. I can't freaking help it. This shade right here is the Marigold shade that's in the Rose Gold palette. So I don't think you need the Rose Gold palette if you got this. I had to have it because, I mean, I'm just that kind of a bitch. So I'm going to grab the highlighter wand from Charlotte Tilbury. Put some right up here on my cheekbones. My cheekbones need some love. I am a huge fan of putting cream highlighter on first and then going over with powder highlighter. It's my favorite thing to do. So I'm going to grab Enriched and just take the fan brush from the Sonia G Pro Face Set. Then I'm going to take the face brush, the Face Pro brush from the Sonia G Face Brush Set, okay? And I'm going to go into the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, shade number 2 medium, which has become one of my favorite powders because I finally have a big fluffy brush to really distribute the product the way I like it. I especially love it right there on that creeping skin, like right here. Oh, so pretty. All right, next up I'm going to go into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette because yes, I'm that extra bitch. I already said that. Just kind of sweep this all over just to give me that extra something, something, something. I'm going to take my LC spray. I haven't used this one in a minute. So this is the Hydra Enhancer LC spray and I love this. We're going to go back into the Soft Glam palette. We're going to go back into the Burnt Orange shade, this one right here. So I'm going to take this one. This is the exact blend brush from Sigma. It's the E32. I'm going to go into Burnt Orange and just start kind of like sweeping this underneath my lash line. You guys know I don't do a dark eye very often, and I freaking love this, okay? I'm going to go in with this small brush, which is called the Smudge Brush. This is the E21 from Sigma. And I'm going to go into this shade here on the end, right close to the lash line. You guys, I cannot believe how creamy that is. I seriously do not remember that white palette being that damn creamy. For inner corner highlight, I don't know that I want to use that pink because I just don't think pink's gonna go with this, you guys. I don't know. I kind of feel like I will ruin it if I do that. Maybe let's try it, and if it's too pink, I'll go in with maybe the Enriched over top of it or something. I'm gonna go into that pink shade. I am gonna wet it down. She's frosty. I don't know. I kind of like that. That pink is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to use that on the lid someday. So I bought me a new eyeliner. This is the Marc Jacobs highlighter. And this is in the shade Earthquake, which is like a brown shade. Because as you guys know, I have it in black, but I don't have it in brown. So I went ahead and got this. I'm going to start collecting these because I really, really do like these. And these are twist up and twist down. So the other one that I have is like a sample size that I got. And this is in the shade black. And so I have a black one and now I have a brown one. For this look, I'm going to use brown. So I'm going to twist this up a little bit and I'm going to put this on the upper waterline and the lower waterline. I'm just going to take that brush and just kind of smudge it out so it's not like so damn harsh. I gotta have these in every color. These are good. Like this one works good, but I don't feel like it works as good as this. Are these the same thing? They've got to be, right? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next lip Marc Jacobs thing I have. This is not a Marc Jacobs haul. I didn't mean it for that to happen. It just kind of happened that way. I've heard so many people talk about it, but I've never tried it. So this is the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara from Marc Jacobs. We're going to go in and put this mascara on. Okay, now the brush I will say is too big for me. I like a smaller brush. I struggle with using bigger brushes because I typically get it everywhere because I don't have the longest lashes. Like my lashes are itty bitty little baby lashes. If the formula is worth it, I'll make it work, you know? It's kind of one of those things. And now I will say it's pretty soft mascara. And it's pretty buildable, so I don't mind this. This isn't bad mascara. I can kind of see the hype behind it. This mascara is actually pretty decent. I can definitely see why people like this mascara. So I think I'm gonna put some lashes on just because even though I do think that I could totally just go like this, I do want some something on the eyes, you know what I mean? I need some lashes. Okay, lashes are on. Let's move on to my lips. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the KKW Beauty Nude number 2 lip liner, like kind of a given, right? Is that number 2 or number 3? Ah, shit, that was number 3. A little bit too dark. I'm gonna blend it out with my lip brush. So for lip, I have this from Marc Jacobs. This also was kind of launched with this. Oh, she's pretty. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Oh, and this is magnet. This is so luxurious. Okay, I got this in the shade Just Peachy. This is my first Marc Jacobs lippy. Like I have the smaller ones, but I don't have any of the big ones. Oh, she's like a pretty coppery shade. Okay, definitely doesn't go with this lip liner. Okay, no. Next. For some reason I was thinking Just Peachy was gonna be lighter than it is. So I'm going to use the Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury and just kind of contour the lip with this. Okay, first of all, these are really dry, like really chalky. I don't know that I love the formula on these. And the shade I thought was going to be a little bit lighter. I was kind of hoping for a peachy shade, and this is coppery, like really coppery. It's not my favorite, but I don't like hate it. And I do feel like it's gonna be a pretty long-lasting lipstick because she's dry. So this is the final look, and I think it turned out really, really pretty. I do really love this dark eye. It is so stinking pretty. Do I feel like this is springy? No, but we're still in February, damn it. And I get to have these dark smoky eyes. You know, I like this. So let me go through some of the products that we used today. Obviously, like I said, I did enjoy mixing, you know, both of these formulas together. It was a good mixture. I think somebody had asked me in the comments to mix them together, so there you go. Concealer threw me for a loop, and I'm gonna have to return this because this is dang dark. Like, I am shocked that it's this dark. It's darker than some of the foundations that I have. Let me just show you what it looks like next to my Clinique Even Better foundation. This is in the shade T. So this is T, and this is the concealer. So just know that the concealer is dark. She's dark. I am going to return this and get a right shade, and then I will reuse this formula and let you guys know how I feel about it. As far as the bronzer, I actually really like this bronzer, and I like it. And it does have some shimmer in it, but I like that. I do like the formula. I didn't feel like it was patchy or muddy, so this is good. The blush, I love this little palette. Love it. Yes, I'm so glad I have it. I know it's stupid. I didn't need it. I definitely didn't need it. I mean, I've got so many blushes now. I'm like, stop buying blush. Like, you just gotta stop. But I do love it. Okay. Moving on to the palette. I love this little palette, and I actually am excited to use more shades in here. So it says a long-wearing eyeshadow palette in leopard print compact featuring new metallic frost finishes to layer and dress your eyes. Oh, so it's a new formula. That makes more sense because I don't remember the white one being that, like, I think it's called the Fantasy or something like that. I don't remember that one being that creamy. I mean, these are freaking creamy. I don't know that I have really ever used a frost quite like this before. The finish on these is completely, I am like blown away. I'm gonna go. Okay, so here are the swatches of this palette, and you guys, I have never felt a formula quite like this before. This, like these shades, you guys, these frost shades, I have never ever swatched anything like it. Let me show you just how pigmented that red is. Look at that. And it's so smooth. I am like completely blown away by this palette. I really am. I almost wasn't going to get this one because I thought, well, I've got those shades in other palettes, but holy crap, I'm so glad I did. I am in love with this palette, and I really, really hope they bring out more palettes with this finish in these frost shades because they are absolutely incredible. I definitely was disappointed in the lippy just because I didn't think the lippy was going to be that shade. And I do feel like it's a little bit dry. So I don't know that I love it, but I mean, it's going to be gorgeous with that red shade and even that gold shade. Like how beautiful that red lippy would be with this. This just doesn't seem peachy to me. When I looked at it online, it looked lighter to me than that. So maybe I need to go with the sugar. I don't know, but these are just absolutely amazing. As far as the mascara goes, I'm going to continue to use the mascara, but I do like it. I think it's a good mascara. So the Cover FX primer, I like this primer, but I don't know that this is a primer I can wear on a daily basis. I feel like this is kind of similar, you guys, to this J1 Red Jelly Pack Primer. It kind of has the exact same type of feeling because this is like kind of that jelly and it's really like sticky. Okay, and the Cover FX one is as well. So this one has that same kind of tackiness to it. Okay, they have that same tacky feeling to them. So with that said, I don't feel like this gripping primer is a primer for me on a daily basis. I feel like this is probably the same type of primer like this one. This one's my favorite on special occasions where maybe I'm wearing a foundation that I don't want to move around. Maybe I'm wearing one of my foundations that I really love, but it moves around a little bit. I will wear this and it will just keep it in place. This one is actually a little bit more on the firming side, so it really locks it in. So I do feel like this is a very long wearing primer, and I feel like you're gonna get your foundations to last a long time. I feel like it's one of those primers that I will use with that particular foundation that I love but maybe wants to really lock it in. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again for all the love that you guys show me and my channel. It truly means the world to me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with love and happiness. I will see you guys right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. and I love you guys so much. Bye. Okay, Marc Jacobs, whoever you are. This is a good palette. I like it so far. Okay, I'm gonna take the other side. So I'm gonna go in with the Sea Brighter Eye Cream. I think, no, I don't know. Yeah, Sea Rush but I'm gonna go. Second of all, my contour's not blended all the way in. Hold on. This one's definitely a little bit more shimmier. I don't know what that meant.